morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome to the movement. Maximum Output Movement. I'm Austin Uku, and this is the prototype training system. Today's our module on legs. So, legs. Um, Almost forgot to say. Don't forget to refer back to the text. Again, it covers everything all the information I want you to have to put the keys to elite conditioning in your hands. So, in these forums right now, sometimes I like to basically just shoot from the hip and make sure that I get a chance to communicate one-on-one with you, not reading from script, just information dump. So just getting as much information to you as possible in nice broad strokes. All right. Now, with that being said, legs. Legs is one of the true powerhouses of the body. Some people kind of forego it, so they think about it as a throwaway type day. All right. And so it's not the sexiest day in the world, and it's extremely challenging. All of them, even when you get good at it. So the reason why there is such a challenge on most leg days, because again, a lot of people don't necessarily prioritize it, and so it doesn't get as much energy as the chest and the back. So whenever that happens, um, they might skip a leg day or two. All right, and so that kind of negates the ability to develop the resilience, so the ability to recover, right? Because the other muscles are getting more stimulated, and so more frequently, so they build that resilience up, so that essentially the next time you hit it doesn't feel like the first time, which often happens with leg day and leg training. So it is a difficult day, and it doesn't get any easier. You just get stronger. It's like a lot of things, but leg day will let you know. All right. Now, things to consider with leg day. So with my athletes, I like to take them through a number of different movements, but we want to prioritize the compound movements. So our squats, our deadlifts, our lunges. So hinging and squatting. So knee dominant and hip dominant. So those particular families, once you get good at those, then again, the gateway is open to all kinds of different development. You start to do single leg stuff. The lunge is kind of branching off into the single leg family. All right. So, but the fundamentals of the hinge and the knee dominant movement are things that are going to pay their dividends for the rest of your lifting career. All right. And one thing I like to say is that if you can't do it without weight, it's going to be kind of challenged with weight. So don't be in such a hurry to scale up. So body weight squats, body weight hinges, so back extension, things like that, deloaded movements where you're able to um, lock down the move and learn it and then build up from there. All right. And some of the things that you can do whenever you're not in the gym as far as a practice. So getting good at the movements and getting yourself prepared to be able to start to advance and evolve your technique and your abilities through weights. So looking at those things. Then there's the isolation movements if you're at a gym. There's a move and a machine for almost everything that you can imagine. The cards are on there and they'll let you see, exactly what the machine is targeting and what it does. And so with the programs that I design, I kind of build things around particular movements, making sure that we do touch the big movements, the compound movements, making sure we, again, hit it with the wide brush. So we attack the larger muscle groups. So we make sure we get that activation so we can kind of take full advantage of the metabolic boost from the legs. But then also we get into the little detailed things where we start to, that's when we can get a little bit sexy with it and start to fine tune the physique. All right. And so we build and then we burn. So smash and burn. So we build and we start to shape and mold the muscles. And we can do this in the same type of training setting, with creative planning. And so all in all, things to consider. Again, the large movements, understanding the technique. All right. And then training with max effort, but also with the proper weight. And so I can't stress that enough. How whenever you are doing leg training, especially when you have the bar on your back, you're pulling the bar off the floor, how matching yourself up to the level that you're currently at is so important to staying healthy, but also developing good strong form. Right? Because when you're under a bar and you feel like you're going to die, especially early on in your career. You always should have develop levels of confidence whenever you do step up. All right. And so those levels of confidence come from being successful at many, many attempts leading up to the elevation. So consider all those things. All right. And again, just because something says on the card, this is what you should do, build up your confidence through successful reps whenever you do get there. All right. And so, again, communication with your body, communication with your coach, if that's me. Definitely look forward to helping many of you get some tree trunk legs. Again, do more. Most importantly, do it better. Max out.